Hi, this is Grant Lammy, and this is Xcode 3 tutorial, part 3, and we're going to show how to write a QuickLook plugin. First of all, 2007 was a great year. Put out a couple videos, had a really good response, did all kinds of other good work. Life was going grand. 2008 so far, yeah, not so much. It all started in January. My wife, who is pregnant with our second child, decided to fall down a flight of stairs. So that busted up her ankle and her knee pretty much, and kind of put her out of commission. Not to be outdone, 2 days later, I broke my nose in a soccer game, so I needed surgery to put that back to where it was supposed to go. All of these things added up to putting me behind in doing actual work, which is never good. So, but now I'm all caught up, and enough of my problems. Let's get to the demo here. What we're going to do is we're going to use an application called Solobug, which is shipped with Cpine Software's Test Track Pro. It's a little app that runs that you can give out to your customers or clients, and they can write sort of one-off bugs, and then those files that are generated from it can be imported into the main system. This was a really good choice because it generates files that are in a proprietary binary format that Mac OS X just doesn't understand in a QuickLook scenario, so it's really tailor-made for that. Interesting trivia side note, I'll give you one guess where the name Solobug came from. Alright, let's get to it. So if we start up Solobug, here you can see I've filled out just a standard typical bug report. It's got some fields, all that kind of business, and it's in an SVG file. So what we need to do is we need to start up Xcode to write our QuickLook plugin, and we'll get a new project. Down under the standard Apple plugins is a QuickLook plugin selection. This, of course, only works for Leopard. It's a Leopard feature. So we'll just give it a reasonable project name, and we'll just dump it on the desktop for quick ease of use, and we'll create. Now, we have to do a couple things straight away to get this guy to actually be able something we can run and debug. First thing we're going to do is we're going to add a custom executable, QL manage. It's in the user bin directory. It's the QuickLook Manage application, and it's the thing that actually launches the little heads-up display that you can see. One of the other things we need to do, we need to give it an argument. In this case, we will give it -p for preview. You can do -t for thumbnail. That's what you see in cover flow, and then the full path of the file that we're trying to look at. So we're going to go against that sample Solobug file that I put on the desktop. Okay, so we've got that in there. So now this will actually do something when we do build and go. But before it will actually do anything, we need to copy the binary that's created over into our library directory, so that the Finder actually picks it up. So we'll add a new copy phase, and we'll just copy it over to library QuickLook. And then drag the product of our build down into that copy files action, and we should be good to go. So if we do a build and go, it compiles all the standard source that's included. We launch our custom executable, and there you go. It's just the standard thing that comes up when QuickLook doesn't know what kind of file it's looking at. If we look in a console here, we can see a couple things that show us what we need to do. First of all, the UTI type, the thing that Mac OS X uses to determine what kind of file you're dealing with is a dynamic value, and the generator used is none. Now, generator is the name that they use for the plugin library that we're going to write, so it's not using anything right now for that particular file type. Now, next thing we need to do is we need to register this type of file with OS X so that QuickLook knows what it's looking for. So what we're going to do here is I have a copy of Solobug that I've updated. Now we'll do a diff on the plists that are inside of it to see what the standard one there is on the left and the brand new one that I've updated is on the right. The difference here is that I define the content type for the Solobug file, so com.cbind.solobug, and then down here I also define some other settings to basically do the same thing. It tells what kind it is, what the file extension is, that kind of stuff. And so what this does is when I run this new version of Solobug, it will register that type of UTI file belongs to Solobug. So we just need to start it, quit it, nothing to it there. So if we go back over into Xcode and we do a build and go, it still looks like it did last time, but the console output's going to be different. So if we go back and we look in the same place, this time it understands that the file that we're looking at, that SBG file, is actually a Solobug file, the com.cpine.solobug that we defined. Generator's still none, but that's fine. We haven't gotten around to defining that yet.